This is Russ. Yeah, I'm back out on the road again. Yeah, I'm heading towards the forest preserve, taking a shortcut. See the gentleman kind of jump out of the way for us bike riders here. Hi. All right, let's get past this. Let's see, I think we better go this way. I don't know what happened to that car, but the front wheel was misaligned. Yeah, like front left wheel was angled. Don't know how that could happen. All right, I'm gonna cut across here. There's too many cars on that side. I don't like doing it this way, but it's actually safer for me at this point. Yeah, so anyway, we're back out on the road. Let's get past this too. It's a blind spot. I can't see past myself on the right with all these trailers there. Let's go back one more. Yeah, I don't like cutting through like this. But again, got to keep yourself safe too. Although people might say, well, that wasn't safe. Well, compared to the cars that are there, that was safe, okay? You have to kind of look at the individual situation. There's a lot of cars coming through here. Now, you know, going through this parking lot is kind of a necessity to get to that forest preserve, unless I want to take streets and everything, and I don't want to do that right now. So we're taking the easy route out. So what are we riding right now? I'm riding the Magicycle CT1. Yeah, their new commuter bike. You know, these commuter bikes have been all the rage this whole summer. And I got a number of commuter bikes, and I will say that I definitely appreciate the lightweight. Yeah, after the latest one that I got, you know, the wired cruiser, that thing's like 110 pounds, 105 pounds, something like that. You know, I don't know what this one is. It's under 60, I believe. That's a big difference. You know, if you had to move this up and down stairs or anything like that, if you were like in an apartment or anything, and having to move it up the stairs to get up there or get it downstairs or whatever. Okay, we gotta go cut across this way. That's a significant difference. Now, granted, you can't do certain things that big heavy bike can do, but you know, if you're just gonna go around town, a commuter style bike isn't so bad, really. This probably makes the most sense. On the other hand, if you want to do other things, go some distance and go on some trails, do whatever, you know, it's a little different, then yeah, maybe the big heavier bike, it's a better suited bike. You have to kind of pick and choose. Pick the bikes that fit what you're wanting to do, really. So today, I figured I'd hit the forest preserves, since I haven't been there in a little bit. And weather's like 70 degrees right now. Yeah. So I figured, yeah, let's go do that. Okay, let's see. Which way should I go? I think we will go. We'll have to go this way. Wait. Yeah, I love that. Wait. All right, so we're gonna cross over here, and then we gotta cross again to the other side. This is always a tough thing here. The way they built this sidewalk, it really makes no sense. You have to hop off and scoot over. So, wait. Yeah, I love that. So, anyway, I waited until now to go out. What time is it right now? It's 12:48. I waited this long because it's getting colder for sure. Now, every year, and I'm sniffling again. I sniffle all the time, as you know, as I'm riding, but it's worse as it gets colder. But it's that time of year again to remind everybody that if you're going to put your bikes up and over for the season, I mean, if you don't plan to ever do it again, then maybe you should drain your batteries down to maybe a 70% level. Yeah, I got to start doing that pretty soon, but I'm still riding, so I don't want to drain everything out of there, and then by the time I'm ready to take a bike out, I don't have anything. So yeah, let's see. Let's take a right this time. But yeah, leaving your bike battery at 100% when you're done for the season Not a smart thing to do. Better to lower it down. If you might have noticed when you received your e-bikes, when you first bought your e-bikes, the batteries weren't fully charged, right? Because they don't know when that bike will be sold and when you'll be riding it. So the safest thing for the manufacturers is actually to bring it down to that 70 or so % level as well, and just let it sit there until it's time for that when you finally buy your bike, and then you have to charge it up before you take it out. So here's your friendly reminder: bring those batteries down to 70% or so if you're done for the season. Now, here it is early October. We shouldn't be done yet, but it's gonna get there. Whoa, that was a close one. I think that was maybe a chipmunk or something like that. He came darting out, and then when he saw the bike, he turned around and went right back in. And he saved himself. He didn't get run over, at least, right? So, anyway, I decided to take this bike out so I can get out here on the path. Now, the path is typically 15 miles an hour, but 15 miles an hour is pretty slow, really. I mean, right now I'm doing like 17, 18 miles an hour. And, if there's nobody really around, that's that many people, I probably won't be hanging exactly at 15 miles an hour, so excuse me for that, if you see that happening. But, the CT1 is a good bike if you're looking for something to do like here, like if you're doing something like a bike path. So, all right, so what we're going to talk about today. Now, here's the interesting thing. As I was talking to the YouTubers at the electric media event, I think the topic came up about, do you show yourself on camera? Do you not show yourself? A lot of times I'm not on camera, as you know. Most often I'm not on camera. You never see me. I think that's probably why a lot of people don't immediately recognize me. Even my thumbnails don't have me on it most of the time. But you guys know what I look like. If you don't know what I look like, go look up one of the older videos. Now, it's going to change. I'm going to tell you that right now. Usually during the winter months, I will do a green screen type of video. As you know, I can't really ride in the snow. Some people do, I don't. I can't really ride in the snow. I will hang it up after a certain amount of time, especially when it starts getting a little colder and I can't handle the cold, and then that's it. We're done. So we have a very short time left to ride and do videos in the riding mode. But I do videos, I do make videos throughout the season. We'll talk about different things when that happens. It'll be e-bike related, but sometimes it won't, right? Today, not so much. I'm going to talk about some other things. My channel has always been more of a riding type channel, more so than a review channel. Some channels are strictly a review channel. Not so much mine. My channel has reviews in there, but it also has me riding those bikes, right? I think that's what's been a little bit different from me compared to maybe some other channels. So we talk about a lot of different things, and I think most people know that, and you guys have stuck with me. I appreciate that. I mean, you can't talk about bikes forever. I mean, you've got some other interests and other things going on, so you probably want to talk about those things too. So today, I wanted to talk a little bit about my diet and things like that. Now, I mentioned to, even when I was at the electric event, I mentioned to the people at electric and also to other YouTubers that, a lot of the videos I make are e-bike related, but I also talk about things that have to do with health and things that might be of concern to, some of our senior type riders. And they said, yeah, that's good. They said, actually, you appeal to them because you do things that are a little bit different, and you talk about things that they understand is an issue for them too. So And I told him too, if I make mistakes, I just leave it. I don't sit there and edit everything out. Never have, probably never will. I mean, I will edit out something major that has a major issue or major mistake, but other than that, I don't cut every single word, every single sentence. Some people do that. I don't have time for that. So, and they said that's okay too. So my editing time is always faster. So I wanted to talk a little bit about my diet. Okay, people have mentioned to me that, you know, you've dropped so much weight. You said that you're going to do it, and you did it, and you're an inspiration for doing it. Well, part of it was out of necessity, as you know. I mean, to keep my own health good due to the diabetes diagnosis, and of course, I'm just overweight. Okay, I'm obese, according to the actual definition. Once you're past a certain amount of weight, you're actually either overweight or obese. I hit the obese category. And so I had to do it. I announced that at the end of last year that I said I'm gonna go on a diet, because I had always said for, you know, last several years I was in the 260 ranges. And of course, after checking it, I was up as far as 268. Now, let me tell you, I don't know if you know, some of you might know, I don't know if I said it before, but my all-time high was actually 289. Yeah, not recently, but back in the time when I was teaching photography, I had hit 289. So, all right, we have to stop here a little bit. Kids can't get through here. Well, the lady's moving over a little bit for me. Thank you. Yeah, when I was teaching photography, I had gone as high as 289, and at that time, I made the announcement that I was going to try to go on a diet, and I asked my students to do the same thing for those who needed to do it. And so we kind of created a group on Facebook of my students, of people who wanted to lose some weight, and then they would post, you know, how well they were doing. Well, I dropped 50 pounds when I did that, because prior to that, I had dropped 50 pounds before in the past too. Yeah, I've actually gone on these big diets. This is actually my third time doing that. See, my biggest problem was really never losing weight. I was always able to do it when I wanted to lose the weight. I just couldn't keep it off. You go back to your old habits and everything like that, and that's not a good thing. So, so if you want to go based on the all-time high, I'm down 70 pounds. You could look at it that way. Yeah, I'm currently 218 right now. But if you look at it from when I made the announcement for the Ebike channel, I'm down 50. So you can look at it either as 50 or 70 pounds down. It's up to you. You can decide how you want to see it. But from the all-time high, yeah. Now, here's the thing that I noticed by doing these diets and everything. You know, we never seem to notice how big we've gotten, even though everybody tells you, yeah, you should probably go on a diet, you know, and you never look in the mirror. You never look. I don't even think looking in a mirror was really the thing that would get me to do anything. It was taking a photograph of yourself. Yeah. I didn't have a whole lot of photos of myself. I always took pictures of everybody else because I'm a photographer, right? Professionally, I was a photographer, so I shot everybody, but I didn't shoot myself. So one time I had asked my students, do you have a picture of me? Let me move to the left this time. Does anybody have a picture of me when I was in class? You have a picture of me, I can see how big I actually was. Someone sent me a photo. Not the best photo, he just took a general photo of the teacher teaching class, right? Yeah. So I took a look at that photo and I go, man, I'm big. Yeah, sometimes you need that little jolt. I didn't realize how big I was. Should I show you the photo? I'm going to show you the photo, all right? I'm going to show you the photo of what I looked like when I was 289 pounds. Yeah, it's pretty bad, right? Yeah, it's really bad. So that's when I said I gotta lose some weight. Yeah, dropped to 50 pounds. Then I went on a cruise. This was the first time I lost 50 pounds. No, actually, this was the second time I lost 50 pounds. First time I lost 50 pounds, I did the Atkins diet. Yeah, remember the Atkins diet? Yeah, it's basically a meat eater's diet. You know, the keto diet really is kind of like the Atkins diet. It's probably just kind of renamed. So basically, you limit your carbs. Carb content should be less than, I think, like 15 grams a day, which is really like nothing. And then yeah, you eat a bunch of meat. I eat basically chicken, which is basically what I'm doing now, but I also eat salads and veggies, and you know, I have my, basically almost my daily slice of Costco pizza, sometimes a hot dog too. But yeah, if you limit the carbs like that, you're gonna lose weight. Plus, the calorie intake was actually less than I was burning off, so you're gonna lose weight. So first time I lost weight, was actually before I did the school, and then after I gained all the weight back, I went back on the diet, lost another 50 pounds with all the students doing the same thing. And then this time around, I'm down 50 pounds again now. Got to keep it off. So here's my motivation. First off, the motivation is if I don't do it, it's going to kill me. You know, diabetes was serious. I mean, 13.2 on your A1C, that's ridiculous. 3 months time, I brought it down to, what was it, 6.2. Now I'm at 6.0. My daily glucose measurements are usually between, say, 85 and 105. More often than not, hanging in closer to the 105 range, 100, 105, 97, 98, that type of thing. So really, it's not so bad, but it's still on the high side of normal. Normal would be as high as 99, okay? I think they want you between 78 and 99, and whatever the unit of measure happens to be. So it's not bad right now. My blood pressure is still kind of high. I think I need more activity. Mrs. Wright goes and says, go back and join the gym. You know, got to do some muscle toning. Yeah, it's actually true. I do need some muscle toning because I'm still kind of flabby all over the place. I'm gonna be flabby no matter what, because if you've weighed that much and your skin's stretched out, if you lose all the weight, the skin has nowhere to go. It's gonna stay stretched out. But I can tone it up a little bit, right? So I had joined a local gym, community gym, because it's cheaper that way, and I don't need all the fancy stuff that all the other places had. I joined that thing to help my knee. I needed the leg press to get some weights to help push with my knee to build the strength back up in my leg. And then the pandemic happened. When the pandemic happened, I stopped going. So she says, go back there. And I had always hesitated simply because I said, well, you know, COVID situations, you know, people are breathing in there and all that. I don't want to catch anything, but I think it's time now to go back. Hopefully I don't catch anything, because I probably won't be wearing a mask when I'm doing things. You're sweating and you're huffing and puffing, and that's the problem. Everyone's huffing and puffing. But yeah, I have to do something because I still look kind of flabby. Granted, I fit into certain clothes now that I couldn't before. I've lost about 6 inches off the waistline, give or take, according to the pant size. So, but I think the waistline is way too big. It hasn't really dropped that much. I mean, I was big, but it really hasn't done anything there. In other areas, you know, your upper body kind of looks flabby and the like, and you know, my stomach and abdomen way too big. So I've got to work on stuff, right? So I think I will go back. I will go back and work on it. So anyway, going back to the diet, and you know, when January happened and the diagnosis came in that I was diabetic, now it's October and I'm down 50 pounds. I lost 10 pounds initially. I didn't even know how I lost it. It was based on the diabetes doing it to me. So I felt that I had to lose the weight. It was a necessity, really. And then I also had to watch what I was eating. Couldn't eat a lot of sugary stuff anymore. I couldn't eat anything with carbs. Well, you have to have a certain amount of carbs. Even the dietitian told me that you can't just like avoid it 100%. Look, think about how many things have carbs in it. You just gotta curb it. You gotta keep track of what you're eating and be careful. Okay. Now, a dietitian told me that I was doing really well. You know, I haven't seen her. You know, after the first 3 months, I haven't seen her since that time. And I don't know if she tracks me or she doesn't, but I'm sure she doesn't. She got too many patients. But she knows about the Russ is Right channel. I don't know if she watches it. And she's seen some, okay? She usually watch the Monday videos because that's when I talked about health and things. But this one's just going to come out whenever I feel like putting it out. I'll tell you this. I went to the grocery store today. I went to Aldi's. If you're in the Midwest, you might know what Aldi's is. Aldi's and Trader Joe's are kind of connected in a sense because I think it was like competing brothers or something that opened that up. One opened up Aldi's, one opened up a Trader Joe's, something like that. Aldi's is kind of, I hate to say budget food, but it kind of is, right? It's private label stuff. And so, and there's not a lot of stuff that I eat there, but I usually go there and I pick up like a package of cheese, American cheese, which is probably the imitation stuff anyway. It's probably not good for me anyway. But on occasion, I'll just eat a slice of cheese or something like that, just kind of keep me going for the day whenever I get hungry. And then, so I was going down the aisle to get to where the cheese is, and of course the cheese is way in the back. So you got to pass everything in the aisles, and I'm looking on the aisles. I go, I can't eat that. Can't eat that. Nope, can't eat that. Can't buy that. Basically, I can't buy anything in that store, except for meat. If you want to buy meat, I don't buy the meat from them. So I just buy cheese. Cheese, Parmesan cheese. I put some Parmesan cheese inside my salads. You know, that's really nothing. I can't buy anything. And I was at another grocery store the other day, and I was walking through there to pick up some eggs. Eggs are expensive now, guys. Have you seen what the price of eggs are again? Even Aldi's had it for like $3.25 a dozen. I couldn't believe it. It's back up to where it was before. It's all this bird flu stuff, I guess. So anyway, walking through that grocery store, same thing. I go, yep, can't buy that, can't eat anything that's in the middle aisles. So what am I able to eat? Yeah, basically meat, vegetables, salads, that kind of thing. Things that you have to make yourself. Or you be lazy like me, go to Costco and get Costco rotisserie chicken for $4.99. Yeah, I go through at least 2 of those chickens a week, at least, sometimes 3. But again, I lost a lot of weight because of the chicken thing. Now, people have said, how could you eat the same thing over and over? Yeah, I can do it. I don't like it, but I can do it. I've done it for years. Yeah. So I know that I'm safe if I do that. It's safer for me as far as my weight is concerned. Maybe not the best thing always to eat the same thing over and over. People get tired of things, but yeah, I could do it. So what should you do? Well, I know not everyone can do what I do. I've always said don't follow everything that I do, even though it works. I don't think most people can do what I do, but yeah, I think you have to have a mindset, right? You have to have in your mind that you're going to go and make an effort to lose the weight. Take a picture of yourself or have someone take a photo of yourself and then look at that. Okay? That's your motivation. That's your motivation. Have someone take a picture of yourself. Take a picture of you. Take a look at it and then see if you like what you see. All right? I didn't like what I saw. So I said, I got to do something. And then skip everything that's in the middle aisles of the grocery store. Yeah, I'm not kidding. Yeah, skip all that stuff. Don't buy any of that stuff. Essentially, everything in the middle aisles, okay, maybe not everything, but most of the things in the middle aisles are things that you probably should do without. Got to make your own stuff, meaning buy your own meats, cook it yourself, okay? Buy your vegetables, cook it yourself. Now, You may or may not know, some of you guys know, I used to be really big into cast iron cooking. Yeah, I got a bunch of cast iron stuff. Just collecting the stuff and everything. And I have several smokers in my backyard, right? Yeah, I don't cook much anymore. You know, somebody asked me, who was it that asked me? I don't know who asked me. Oh, Donut Jim. Remember Donut Jim? My friend Donut Jim. I call him Donut Jim. He used to be a donut vendor. He says, well, how do you prepare those meals of that chicken, Russ? I go, prepare meals? Russ is right, but Russ is lazy, man. I don't prepare nothing. I eat it straight up. Yeah, I just rip it right off and eat it straight up. Lately, though, I've been stripping that chicken of the bones. Get rid of all the bones. So I don't even have to even deal with the bones. You got to do that early on before before it gets too... you stick it in the refrigerator, it's harder to take the meat off of it, right? No, you're going to have to strip it when it's cooled down a little bit, but not been in the refrigerator. Get rid of all the bones. Yeah, and now you have to because it's just easier. They don't put it in in those plastic boxes anymore. Man, I really miss those boxes because it made it a lot easier to deal with the chickens. Now they put it in stupid bags, which drips all over the place, right? It's terrible. Even the guys that work at Costco don't like it. But it is what it is, so you got to take it. So I bring it back home after I buy it. I let it cool down a little bit, then I strip it. And then I put all the bones inside that plastic bag, and then I get rid of it. So then when I need chicken, it's real easy. I just kind of grab sections of it, and it's already been stripped out, and I eat that, and it's over and done with. You know, real quick. Don't have to do anything. Okay, I throw it in the microwave for a minute. I'll grab a small portion of chicken, throw it in the microwave for a minute. I'm done. Eat that, I'm finished. Yeah. Russ is lazy, man. Take the easiest way out. But it works for me. Lately I haven't even eaten that many salads, even though I started out this diet with the salads. You got to prepare the salads. Yeah, Russ is lazy. Don't want to cut things up and and do that. I don't even want to do that. So, but that's basically all I eat, right? Now, how far am I going to take this? Well, it's going to have to be kind of for life. Now, I may not have to go to that extent when I've lost everything. Every now and then you could have a little of this, a little of that. It doesn't really affect your diet, I found. I went to the buffets, ate a lot of lobster. Remember that? Remember that video? Ate a lot of lobster, had a bunch of other things. But I pick and choose what I was eating. I didn't eat things that were going to be a problem for me. So I was kind of picky on what I was going to do. All right, I got to move my pedal assist levels up again here because I accidentally dropped it down. And so, if you do it every now and then, it's no big deal. If you do it all the time, it's a big deal, okay? I had already said to my sister, next time we go to Vegas, if we ever go again, no more buffets. I think I'm done with the buffets. Now, the only thing that I like about buffets is that it had variety I can pick from. I can go up and down and just look for all the meat things that I can eat. the vegetables, the non-carb things I can eat. Throw a little bit of carbs. I usually have like a piece of pizza or something like that. I'll throw a little bit of it and that's it. If I go to a regular restaurant, I have to be really picky what I can and can't eat. Like, give you an example, when I was out in Arizona, we were trying to debate. Shoot the Chit is the name of the channel, okay? I couldn't remember his channel name. Sorry about that. We went back to that Mexican restaurant. I had to pick and choose what I could eat even from that lunch thing. I couldn't eat the tortillas. I had a fajita. I just ate the chicken and stuff and the veggies that were on there, and then they had avocado and I don't know what else was on there. Couldn't eat the sour cream, even though I like sour cream on it, because I'm lactose intolerant. That wouldn't be good, eating that and getting on an airplane for a flight to get back. That would have been bad. So nope, didn't eat that part of it. So you got to pick and choose. So if you go to a buffet, usually you could pick and choose stuff that you can eat, and you can eat as much as you need to because it's a single price, right? Eat as much as you need to feel like you fulfilled it, but even so, you don't get your money's worth. Here's the thing. If I was to go out to eat, the safest thing for me to go to would be things like this. Popeye's chicken, KFC, chicken type places, right? Or you can go to a steak place, just have the steak, skip the baked potato, eat the vegetables, you know, that type of thing. So I really got to be picky now. But I told her, I said, you know, for the money that we spent on the buffets, which I didn't spend, she spent it for me. She paid for everything for me. We didn't get our money's worth, right? So maybe it would have been better if we went to a, you know, high-class steakhouse. It probably would have been a better choice, really. She agreed. She says, yeah, no more buffets. That's it. We're done. No more buffets. We gotta pick better quality stuff. No more quantity is what it basically boils down to. Yeah. I think you got to get to the mindset that quantity isn't the right thing. I mean, there's value. As you know, Russ is cheap. If I'm going to spend money, I want my money's worth. That's the whole thing. You know, the thing is, people say, you're not cheap. You're thrifty and you're value-oriented. That's true. I am. Sometimes wording is poor choices, but no, I'm basically cheap. If I can get away with it, I'm basically cheap. So, yeah, that's always graveled over there because the gravel path on the side kind of filters down into this paved path. So you got to always be careful there. You can slip out. Be careful. So basically, all I'm going to tell you is this: if you're going to go on a diet, you got to have the right mindset to do it. Got to put your mind to do it. Got to have a goal. Yeah, make a goal, a realistic goal. Not some ridiculous goal that you can't ever make. So get a goal and figure that you should try to lose maybe a pound and a half every week or so. If you can do that. Not everyone can do that. Yeah. I think they even said if you could lose 2 pounds a month, it's actually considered pretty good. Actually, it's true. You know, don't go for ridiculous goals and try to starve yourself to death. But here's the thing: if I'm gonna make 200 pounds, because that's my new goal now. Now that I hit 218, I figure I got 18 more pounds to go. And based on the time of the year, here it is, early October, till the end of the year, I've got to basically lose 1.5 pounds per week, roughly, to make it to 200 pounds by the end of the year. Can I do it? I don't know. But that's the goal. And if I can't do it, I'm hoping to get as close to that 200 pounds as I can. Now, I mentioned to you guys that I already went out and bought some clothes. I bought some, basically bought the same stuff, just in a different size. I bought 2 pairs of slim fit black jeans. I always wear black. You guys know that. I got black on now. Look, see? Yeah, I got a black sweatshirt on. Black pants, right? 2 pairs of slim fit black jeans in my waist size. And I bought 4, what did I buy? 4 more black shirts. I always wear these black shirts. I mean, it's basically like my uniform. Yeah, I'm always in black. I said I'm the Chinese Johnny Cash. Everyone knows I wear black. I mean, everyone at church knows I wear black. I don't think these guys have ever seen me in anything but black. But I told you guys the story behind that, right? You know, it was back from my law enforcement days that, you know, the chief of police said you got to wear decent-looking clothes. You can't be wearing blue jeans out on the crime scenes. And we all kind of went, what? Come on, evidence tech, it's a dirty job. We're throwing fingerprint powder all over the place. We're crawling on our hands and knees getting things for evidence. You can't wear, like, slacks. What are you, crazy? So he says, okay, if you guys are going to wear jeans, it's got to be at least black jeans. That's how I started wearing black jeans. And then we all kind of recognized, too, that photographers always wear black. You know, if you ever go to a wedding, they're always wearing black shirts and everything. So I just basically started wearing black from my when I was early 30s. Yeah. Ever since, that's what I've been doing. It's kind of become my uniform, and I kind of like it. And the reason is because, first off, black is slimming. You don't look as fat. And when everyone knows that's all you basically wear, you don't have to worry about, you know, what you're going to buy for clothes. Now, I'm sure Mrs. Wright doesn't like that. She always tries to buy me something different. A lot of times I don't wear it. She kind of knows that. I'm always wearing the same stuff. So I bought 4 more of those polo shirts. Tennis shirts? Golf shirts? What do they call them? 4 more of those. Bought them on Amazon. And then I bought 2 pairs of those black jeans, right? Thank you. So, so that's what I did, okay? Because, you know, things, they do wear out. You know, you wash them, the black starts looking more gray than black. But what the nice thing about black jeans and stuff, you can dye them. Yeah. I'll throw them inside the washer, throw in the RIT, I think it's called RIT dye. Yeah, let's get out of here. And then re-dye them black. Look brand new again. It's true. Can't do that for other stuff, but I can do it for the jeans. All right, which way are we going here? All right, I think based on where it's going now, I think my best bet is to go this way. I don't know if I can hit this thing and make it on time. Wait. All right, so we're crossing here. And then, yeah, so I got some new ones. At least it looks a little fresher, right? And it's sized appropriately. Now the shirts though are another story. I had 2 XLs. I rebought 2 XLs. I don't know if I should be down to the regular XLs now at this point. I gotta wear one and see if it's right. If not, I'll return them and get XLs. But yeah, Russ is kind of big, right? They hang off your shoulder a little bit. This is not a perfect fit. But I do like my space and room. I don't want to be like everything tight on you, and you're still kind of chunky. So you don't want to see all that fat. So so that's what we got. We finally bought some clothing. Eventually, I may have to buy more clothing. If I drop to 200, I know things won't fit again. It's gonna need some new stuff. But Mrs. Wright is tired of seeing my my old clothes. She's tired of seeing things that are over. Just kind of pointed to the guy, let him know I'm turning over here. She's tired of seeing all my old stuff, and she says you got to get some stuff that fit better and don't look so worn out. It's true. Keep going, lady. Come on. The bike goes faster than you, so she's going really slow here. We got to get out of this thing. She's not going to move. All right, we got to go this way. Forget it. Usually I go to the end of that thing and turn, but no, she's going slower than I am. All right, so that's my story. That's my advice. You know, if you want to lose some weight, this would be the time to do it. If you haven't done it, this is the time to do it. Make sure this car is out of there, okay? Now, this is about the time of year we were talking about weight loss last year. We were saying we needed to do it. I think it was by November we started doing the let's all go on a diet thing. And it's time to do it again. It's a year later. If you haven't done it, this is the time to do it. Now, I kept up with it only because I had to. I had no choice. But even if you're not in my same situation and you feel that you're a little overweight and the like, it's the time to do it. Now, how does that relate to the whole thing with the bikes? Why are we sitting here listening to this guy talk about his stupid diet? Came here for e-bike stuff and he's talking about diet. Here's how it all relates. Since losing the weight, I can definitely feel the difference in riding the bike. I'm not as winded anymore. As you know, a lot of times I was always throttling. I was throttling most of the time this time. And the reason was because I always sounded winded. If I'm pedaling and talking, if it was like last year, you'd be hearing me going, and who wants to hear that? Nobody wants to hear that. So I figured I would just throttle it, and that's why we throttled so much. But since the diet, I could definitely feel the difference. Oh, these guys are still out here with their car. They must be waiting for a tow truck or something. There's no way that car is going to do well on its own. Yeah, that front wheel was like caved in. I don't know how that happened. They're still waiting. So anyway, since losing the weight, it has made it easier to ride my bike. I have noticed a marked improvement in range for the bike, because the lighter you are in weight, the more range you're actually going to get on your bike. Yeah, I saw that one video where the guy, he was basically drag racing his friend, and every time he switched bikes, he kept losing, and the only difference they could find was that he was 20 pounds heavier than his friend. So it didn't matter what bike it was. Every bike they switched back and forth to, the guy kept losing because of his weight. So you're going to get better. You're going to get better speed out of it, and you're going to get more range out of it if you're lighter in weight. And so the bike has a lot less to have to move around, right? I was talking to the guys at Electric, and they said the same thing. I told them, I says, yeah, since losing the weight. And think about Alex from Electric, right? I said he's the guy that does a range test for Electric. Yeah, he's 135 pounds. He obviously gets the range that they say, because he's the guy that actually does the actual range tests for them. But he said the same thing. He says, yeah, he says if your weight is less, you're gonna definitely get better range. So there you go. That's how it relates to e-bikes. Okay, after listening to my whole spiel, talking and going on and on about dieting and everything like that. So yeah, do the diet. Okay, if you haven't committed to do it now. Do it this year. Do it for your health. Do it for your biking. Okay, you'll do better for your biking next year. Yeah, start now, because then you have enough time between now and the next season to lose a decent amount of weight and help your ability to do that. So yeah, I'm gonna go back to the gym. I think I've decided I have to do it. Nobody wants to go exercise, okay? I don't want to either, but I think I have to do it. It's probably be better for my blood pressure too, because if I do some workout and stuff, it's going to be better. So yeah, if I'm going to commit to do it, you could commit to do it too, all right? So put a comment below. Let me know if you're committing to try to do something about your health, do something about your weight, the way you eat, what you eat, in preparation for next year's season. Make the commitment and do it. All right? Okay, that's all I have for you guys for today. Appreciate you guys hanging out with me this long. If you made it to the end, put a comment that said you made it to the end, so I know that you listened to all the things I told you. Okay? If you like this video, go ahead and hit the like button, hit the subscribe button. If you haven't already done so, I will talk to you guys next time.